You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 9, Jackson steps away to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. Mack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Cousins from the gun on third, and able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins trying to lay one up deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now Cousins on fourth down. This pass complete to Higgins. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
They run the draw play with Mack. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Flare. Check 9. Watch the 50. 58's the money. 58.
Here's Cousins.
Watch the whip.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing is Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Right there. All day, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. A first down throw for Cousins. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Mack off the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hey, we got 48. Switch. Hey, check 24. Watch General West. Watch the eye. Safe. Check through. Crash down.
On third down, a run by Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Check 13. Check 3.
Here's Jackson on third and long. This will be caught by Brown. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Ravens send their punter out now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Final play of the half. Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mack. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
First.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And the catch made by Hilton. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. On first down, it's Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mike 58, right there. I got one. Check. Lucky 50. Check 99. Pilot, 64, with that.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins on the keeper. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jahan, 180. Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day, offense. Two.
They'll go again here with Matt. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Gun. I got motion. Hey, receiver. Hey, switch gears. Rose.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? They'll run it. It's Mack. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Check. Lucky. 80 weapons. Check 4. He's coming. We got double up. Nurse first. Slam.
They'll run it with Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Kill. Run. Motion. Tight go. Black. Check it backer. What's that?
They'll try to run it with Mack. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now it's Jackson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A run by Mack to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on second down. Cousins, and that is incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
4th down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, wide open receiver, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them until the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Mack. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a carry for Mack. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll run on first down. Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 37-yard line.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
On second down now, it's Mack. He's got a first down, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Set, cut, 6 yards, 58 to Mike. Yeah, you don't want none.
So the final seconds tick away.